Hello, welcome to another episode, everyone. We're talking about Spotify's Summer Songs of 25. Got a lot to say about it. We can't do it without Dixon. How the heck are you?
It's good to be back. Are you feeling refreshed on your late spring, almost early summer break? Everything going okay?
Oh yeah, no, everything's going smooth. I'm back from vacation. Everything's going well.
Wow.
How about you? How about you?
Things are going great. Things are going really good. Everything is coming together. We're here talking about. I think we have to address something. I'm really kind of disappointed in the lack of views on our Lana Del Rey video. I think that was one of the best episodes we ever recorded.
I know. Well, you know what? I think we're going to be vindicated when she releases her new album and we review it immediately. Yes. I mean, we said this in the last episode in the Lana Del Rey episode, which apparently no one watched, like you said. But I guarantee when that comes out and we do a review on it immediately and the tech team gets their S together and uploads it that night that we record it, we're going to see thousands of views. So I'm looking forward to that.
Thousands of views.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too. That'll be good. But anyway, we're getting some views on our other video. So here's our comment of the week with Ice and Dixon. So this is on our review of AM by the Arctic Monkeys. Really good series. Just check that out. That was also good too. So this is from a person at JANNGIO at Jan Geo, something like that. Mm-hmm. You guys should definitely listen to Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino 2018 next before listening to The Car 2022. TBH&C is the album that marked the beginning of their new, quote, era, where they completely changed their sound. The Car is just a continuation of that sound, but more sophisticated, with more strings and wind instruments, etc. It would be best to go into it with the full context of TBH&C. To me, The Car feels like the transition album, bridging the gap between TBH&C. Boy, they're really committed to this acronym. I love it.
Oh, yeah.
And whatever direction they're going in next. I personally love The Car, but historically, transition albums aren't as well liked, so it's not shocking that some people didn't like it, especially those who only like their, quote, rock albums. Another transition album of theirs is Suck It in C, which I also love, but think it's their least popular. And then they replied to that comment and said,
yeah,
just saw you guys already posted your video on The Car, ... The title is concerning, LOL.
Yes. Because I believe we titled it Arctic Monkeys' worst album.
The worst album. Yeah. Worst album, question mark.
Mm-hmm.
So no, that's good feedback. So maybe we should check out the Base Hotel and Casino and see what they say.
Yeah, no, I think we actually mentioned that in that video,
right?
Because when we were doing some research into this, the Tranquility Base Hotel and Casino, that was like the transition into The Car, and maybe we lost a little bit of context there, and maybe we would have thought different, but I don't know. I still think The Car was just, if I remember correctly, I feel like there was like something lacking, and I remember at least what I said is that I felt like the songs didn't go anywhere. It was building up, and I loved the sound. I think the first song off that album was amazing, but I don't know. It didn't really get anywhere with me. I still think that they're super talented, though.
Right. No, yeah, for sure. And maybe we'll check that out. And this is exactly the kind of comments we're looking for, which is great. Here's the person with Arctic Monkeys experience. It was great. It was great to hear from them.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
So that's good. So there we go. So there is our comment of the week with Ice and Dixon. Now back to business, Ice. Here we are.
Okay, here we go. Now
and go. Sorry, I thought you were setting. I was setting you up, and then I was setting you up, and then there was nothing. So I didn't know.
We're just getting back into it. You can't fault us for that.
The show must go on, regardless how rusty we are.
Yes. So, Songs of Summer 2025. Spotify dropped their playlist that I guess the Spotify editors or someone at Spotify, these people put it together.
They think that's just going to be the predictions of the songs for the summer, which is a lot of them, right?
Yeah, there's quite a few on here. I think there's probably there might be 25 songs actually. Now that I think about it, and I'm looking at this list. Little BTS, because I did text Dixon prior to coming on air, and I said I was very cynical about this album. I think those were the words that I used.
Yeah.
Now, Well, let me just hear what you think about this. Like, just a quick overview of this album. What do you? I'm sorry, this list. What do you think?
So I'm. It's a good question because I love a summer song. Obviously last summer we had Queen Sabrina Carpenter's Me Espresso topping the charts and was everywhere else.
Yes.
I think this is, at the very least, I think this is a pretty all-inclusive list. And I'm excited to hear. So they have this Lorde song. What was that? So Lorde is releasing her first album since 2021 this summer, Virgin. It's coming out in 2025. And that'll be interesting to see where she's headed, what she's doing, because we haven't heard from her in a long time. And I recall listening to a couple of her songs from the 2017 album that summer as well. Mm-hmm. Lady Gaga is back, by the way. I don't know if you know this. I mean, How Bad Do You Want Me is a banger. It is such a good song.
Yes.
I really enjoy that. So yeah, at the very least, I think it's all inclusive. I think it's a little, maybe a little dense as far as the genres. I mean, Morgan Wallen. Okay, we get it. What, you're pandering now because Morgan Wallen's all over everything, even though he should be in jail. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, whatever happened with that.
Yeah, lock him up and throw away the key was our recommendation months ago.
Yeah, and then look what happens. He's making out with Lana Del Rey. I mean, you see what you guys did?
What a menace to society. If there was ever a menace that should be eradicated, it should be Morgan Wallen is public enemy number one. As you said behind the scene, you said he cannot be stopped. He can't be stopped. There's always something that he's up to, and it's just always nefarious, and I can't stand it. But here we are.
Agreed, totally. Now, and you know what, Dixon, I totally agree with you. That song, I'm sorry, from Lady Gaga. I don't know why I couldn't think about that. Yeah, How Bad Do You Want Me? So I was listening to that song, and you know what? I feel like Lady Gaga has a new sound. Now I feel like she's almost. You're gonna hate when I say this. You're gonna hate it.
Oh God.
I feel like she's like channeling Taylor Swift. Do you get a little Taylor Swift out of that song?
Maybe, but I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. That's fair.
I could see where you're coming from. I can, but I don't. And I don't know. I think ever since she's been on an upward trajectory. And you didn't see The Joker, did you?
I did not.
Which means you didn't see The Joker Part 2, whatever it's called.
Yes, I did not.
Okay. All right. So Lady Gaga's in that film. That is it got a lot of heat when it first came out because it's a musical essentially. But given the context of The Joker, it makes sense. That's all I'm going to leave you with. But Lady Gaga's performance in that movie is incredible. It's just incredible. It's incredible filmmaking. She's an incredible actress in that context. Since then, I've been really excited to see if she's going to come up with something. And here she is. And I feel like I'm back to, I don't know, like 2007, when she had remember that little monster BS?
Yes. Yeah, I remember.
Every weirdo freak in your high school was listening to whatever that song was, Paparazzi and all those other songs at that time.
Yes.
But this is, I don't know. I've always been a casual fan, I guess, but I'm really impressed by this. I thought it was really good. I think it's really good.
No, I definitely agree with you. Lady Gaga's definitely back. Didn't she have the huge, like the most people ever watching her ever? Wasn't it in Brazil or something? Yeah,
it was something like that. A huge show.
Yeah, absolutely insane. So I mean, there's still a lot of following for her, which is nice to see because Lady Gaga's been around for a while, and I think when you have these people that are around forever, whatever it is, whether their star power, their stage presence, their performance, their artistry, I think it says a lot about them still being relevant. And I feel like Lady Gaga's always been talented.
Sure, absolutely.
Yep. Now I want to. You talked about Lorde.
Oh yes.
I did not like this Lorde song. What was that?
Okay.
It just. Again, I'm being totally cynical here. I said I was coming in with this, so I apologize. I apologize to you, Dix, and I apologize to the listeners.
That's okay. We need some reality here every once in a while.
I was going back and forth to her early stuff like Ribs and Royals. Yeah. And I was listening to that. And I'm like, that was a really unique sound for that time. But then I'm listening to this song. What was that? And I'm like, this kind of doesn't sound inspired. It it just sounds more poppy, I guess, than anything. And I don't know all of her songs at all. Again, I'm more of like a casual listener. Like I hear her on the radio, I'm like, oh, this is a good song.
Sure.
But this one just didn't do it for me.
Okay. That's fair.
I know you have a different opinion, and that's fine. That's fine.
I don't know if there's just it's you know, I guess I don't know if I'm partial to Lorde, but I think given her like her age and the songs that she writes and the wisdom that she seems to have, for her young age, she's like a Bob Dylan-esque performer. I think we're living in a special time here, especially with the female musicians. I mean, we talked about Lana Del Rey. This is some of the greatest music of all time that she's released. And I think and maybe I'm being too subjective, but given the context of Lorde, I don't know. I have always had a liking for her stuff. Now, let me ask you a tough question.
Okay.
Everybody's hot on this Benson Boone.
Oh, yeah.
Did you know that he's related? He's like, whatever line in the ancestry of Daniel Boone, the pioneer. Did you know that?
No, I didn't. Wow.
I just completely made that up. That's not true.
Oh, okay. Wow, you really fooled me. Wow, you could just lie like that right to my face. I don't know.
just lie about anything and nobody even knows. But everybody's hot on this Benson Boone. And let me just be honest. I don't know if I see the appeal.
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, there you go. See, that's the final word. And that's all we need to know.
I mean, I think I put a note down here because I noted some songs and Benson Boone, mystical, magical. I don't like this type of music. It just sounds, again, like mass marketed. He has that typical, I don't even know how to describe it, that typical guy singer voice kind of. And I'm just like I'm over this. This is like nothing to me. And I honestly thought this, Dixon. And I'm like, you know what? This makes me listen to this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Makes me appreciate like the National. Like I'd rather listen to that than this kind of stuff. And I'm like, you have a very esoteric taste in music. You like a lot of stuff, and it's some of it's out there. It's very a lot of artistry going on, a lot of lyrical stuff. And I listen to Benson Boone, mystical, magical. I'm like, it's just slop to me. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm being so cynical today, but that's how I feel about it. And
I think, yes, you're right. It's that, and I think we're in that era right now of these guys. I think there's a couple guys that sound like him. And I'm going to say that Jelly Roll is kind of riding that wave too.
Oh yeah.
Is that we're in this moment in history where, remember back in the day, it was like that, the Lumineers sound where everything was like a cappella with like, claps and stuff. Oh, I think we're entering this era of this particular subgenre or whatever it is. And that's what we're living with right now. And I don't think any of it is going to last. And but I mean, I will say this though. I don't know what your thoughts are. I think that Benson Boone, from a talent standpoint, is heads and tails above Charlie XCX, because I would love to hear her without auto-tune. And just take auto-tune away. The whole thing is it's AI. It's AI generated. You don't even know if this person's real. Of course, you see her on the red carpet, whatever, fine. But I don't believe it. Yeah. Because everything is so produced and
I know.
Dialed in. It's like, how is this? How is she winning awards? I guess is what I'm trying to say.
I honestly don't know. There are some songs off her Brat album that are catchy. I will admit that.
Right. Absolutely. 100%.
But I mean, you're talking about this song specifically on this list, Party for You. I was listening to it. I'm like, this is a mess. And it just doesn't sound good. And I'm like, why is this even on this list? You could have picked any other song from that album, and I probably would have liked it better. But this is the songs of summer 2025, and it's Party for You by Charlie XCX. I'm not feeling it at all.
I hate to say it, but I agree with you.
Yeah. See, exactly. And then going back to you're talking about the Lumineers and stuff. I have another note here, because I picked out some songs that I just wanted to hit on, but that Alex Warren, Ordinary, it's I wrote down, because I think I heard this, it's like a meme, the stomp clap hey ho kind of genre.
Yes.
And that's what this song was too. And I think I listened to that right after Benson Boone, and at that point I'm like, this sucks. I'm like, I do not like this list at all.
Yes.
it really, I don't know, it really got under my skin, I think.
I'm with you. Well, are we getting into the subgenre era once again? Are we having, because everything, I think, you can go back to the songs of summer. And I think they mentioned this, that you have, like, starting in 1963, you had your favorite, another one of your favorites, the Beach Boys. And then you had Things Evolve. There was a song of the summer. Are we getting into this point where that we are too fragmented as a society, that everybody's just listening to their own stuff and nobody really cares in reality? Because I feel like Espresso by Queen, Prince, Sess, Sabrina Carpenter, is a unifying song. You either loved it or you hated it. And obviously we loved it. I don't know if I see a clear-cut winner on this potential list of potential songs that could kind of replicate that. I don't know what you think.
I totally agree. I feel like this was just kind of a lot of noise. Like most of this was a lot of noise to me, but I do have some songs that I picked out, and you're probably going to be shocked about one of my favorite songs on here.
I think I know what it is. Can I take a guess?
Yeah, take a guess.
Is it Drake NOKIA?
You know me so well, Dixon.
I knew it. I really like that song.
Okay, good. Okay, thank God. Drake's been getting a lot of heat. He's getting attacked. Everyone says he's whatever, and we could agree with that. But if we separate the artist from the song, or whatever you think about him, I think the song's a banger. I really enjoy listening to this song. This is one of the few songs off this whole list that made me say, "Oh, okay." I could see, windows down, just kind of listening to this song and enjoying summer, and maybe you're out at like let's just say like an outdoor bar or something, and they got the touch tunes. You're like, I'm gonna throw this one on there. That's what makes me think of songs of the summer. The songs that you listen to when you're with your friends and having a good time, and you're like, I'm gonna throw this one on. And everyone's like, it's Drake. Yeah, this is his new song. That's what I think. And that's what this song made me feel.
I agree with you 100%. I think this is old Drake, but also new Drake. And I think that it's, so he has like that kind of like that vintagey kind of, what I want to say, like an R&B, like that R&B kind of like that smooth kind of thing. And then you have Drake. And I think this is, I think the lyrics, I don't think the lyrics are going to win any awards. Well, but I think that, but it is catchy. It's a banger. It's a banger.
I know. I love where the folk should. I love that. Oh man. It's ironic. It's kind of funny that my wife actually introduced me to that song. We were in the car and she was doing something in the kitchen or something, and she just keeps going, "Baby girl." Baby girl, that part of the song, and I'm like, what are you singing? What is that?
That's awesome. Oh, love that girl.
I have. Hey, watch yourself, Dixon. No, I'm just kidding. I got one more pick. Now, this is kind of out of left field, and
okay,
and you wouldn't guess this, and I don't blame you at all.
Okay,
but it's All the Way by Big X the Plug, featuring Bailey. He has some other Bailey something, but
Bailey
Zimmerman. I'm sorry. Okay, I have a guilty pleasure of listening to.
Oh boy,
just big fat rapper guys, and that. Okay, I'm just gonna say it like Biggie, like a big fat black guy rapper voice. I absolutely love it. I think it's awesome.
You love that.
I do. I love it. And I feel like this song, I turn it on. I'm like, what the hell is this going to be? And I listen to it. I'm like, I could kind of rock with this. I could really
I don't think I listened to that. I don't think I listened to that. I must have missed it. Cause I like some, well, maybe I like one or two songs by Bailey Zimmerman and Country Guy or whatever. But you see this once again. We talked about this before. This crossover with a country artist versus somebody that's like a mainstream artist or a rapper or hip hop, whatever. And I could see how that would work.
And it does.
Granted, now does it hold up as a potential song of the summer? Is this something you'd put on at the outdoor bar?
Now, see, that's the question. I feel like I'd play it for fun, for laughs almost. But I do enjoy it.
Okay.
I could definitely see myself playing this song. Maybe next time we're together, Dixon, I'll play this.
I'd like to hear that. I can't. I'm looking forward to. Maybe we should just play this whole list. And what about now? Let me ask you this. I didn't listen to this one either. By Bad Bunny. Remember, we didn't know who Bad Bunny was. Maybe that's
Oh,
on
right,
us.
right. Yeah.
We weren't sure about the extent of Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny, Nueva Yol.
Yes.
Nueva Yol. I guess it's like it's a New York shout out. Shout out to New York. Don't want to say anything about his politics, but he's still in this country making very successful music. That's a separate issue.
Yeah, separate issue. We won't get into it.
Made a big stink about everything a couple months ago, but here we are. So
again, yeah. We'll for right now, for this point in time, we'll separate the artist from the art, so to speak.
Correct. But, there you go.
But I did like it. It was kind of a quick playthrough, and it was kind of just on in the background when I was cleaning the house today, and I was listening to some of this stuff, and it was good. It's catchy. Again, I don't know what the heck they're saying, but I could see how Bad Bunny is popular. That's I guess it's kind of all I could lend on that one. I could see how it's on here. It is a catchy song. Yeah. It's upbeat. It's fun. I'm one of these days we got to dive into Bad Bunny, I think.
Yeah, because after we talked about him, because I think we talked about the highest earning artists, and he's of like the 2010s or whatever. He's on the list, which was surprising to us. Yeah. And I listened to some stuff, and I actually knew some of the songs. But from what I understand, he's very popular with the ladies. Yes. The ladies find him very attractive.
Right. I don't get it. I don't pretend to understand, but I'd like to listen to his music.
Sure. And I'm happy to see, and maybe this is me being cynical too. I'm just happy to see, and I don't know why all of a sudden this is sticking in my mind, but I can't stand that mother effing Jelly Roll. I can't stand him, and I can't stand his music. And I'm just happy to see that we're beyond Somebody Save Me and all those other BS songs, and I don't know. This to me gives me hope as far as the vibe of things. You know what I mean?
I understand. Yeah. There's like you said, this is a quite diverse. There's everything's here on this list, and I did appreciate that. There's no Jelly Roll kind of nonsense in here, and you know what, Dixie, you really have it out for Jelly Roll. Now that I think about it, that's you know how I used to always talk about Luke Bryan. That's like your Luke Bryan.
Yes. I don't know why, and I don't think he's a bad guy. He's probably not a bad guy. But I just don't get the appeal of Jelly Roll. I just don't get it. I just don't understand.
I don't either. I really don't. And he probably is a nice guy. I mean, he's all about those prisoners and everything, and reforming them and stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't know about that. But guy just does millions of dollars worth of charity a year. But fuck that guy. Really wants to wear that. But I guess the thing is what I have a problem with is that I think he's. This is the case for everybody. I mean, I compare Jelly Roll to like a Joel Osteen, like a televangelist. That's I'm rich and this is how you could be rich. Well, okay, well, thanks, Jelly Roll. Like I get that. Like this message of redemption. It doesn't always look the same for everybody.
Exactly.
And I don't think we should pretend that it is. And I feel like Jelly Roll almost takes advantage of a certain subset of people out there. And I don't know. That's just the vibe I get. Maybe I'm completely off base.
I never really thought
it. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say I never really thought about it like that, but I would agree with you on that. Just thinking about it now. Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Because he has a stereotypical audience, I guess you could say. You know what I mean? I know if I see a guy wearing a Jelly Roll, I can automatically assume his social status and everything else. And that shouldn't be a thing. That shouldn't be a thing.
Right.
But I mean, hey, if Jelly Roll's a hope dealer, then more power to him. Good for him. Keep doing the good work then. So that's another perspective there too.
Who are we to say anything?
True.
But it would be interesting to go to a concert and see who's there. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So I mean that's pretty much all I had for this album. I don't know if you had any more standouts or anything. Like I said, I just had those few ones, and then the surprising ones like Charlie XCX on there. It just did not vibe for me.
I'm happy with. I think Drake's Nokia could be the contender. That could be the one, depending on if Kendrick Lamar hasn't soiled his name. But
he tried. He was really trying. Yeah.
Yeah, for the song of the summer. But I'm excited to hear from Lorde again. I'm excited that Lady Gaga's back in the mix. I don't know if she ever really left, but she was quiet for a little bit,
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I'm glad I think that Benson Boone, I hope the era of the Benson Boones are coming to an end, because I don't think it's bad music, but I don't think it's good.
No, I'd rather not see that kind of music kind of infiltrate the pop culture kind of thing. I would not like that at all.
For sure. So I guess time will tell. I mean, we're here. I mean, this is the official kickoff of summer happening just in a few days. We're at the end of May. And we'll see what's on the rotation at the barbecue, I suppose.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see this.
Just the National over and over again. The National is meant to be played while you're grilling and having fun.
Oh yeah, that's when you're in a deep depression. That's what you want. That's what you want to hear. Oh man.
Oh, love that. But I remember the one National album that came out, Trouble Will Find Me. I think it came out like summer or like late spring 2013.
Oh man.
And I remember listening to that like all summer.
Oh, didn't that like bring your summer down? See, I
was going through a tough time, Ice.
Yeah, no, I know. I understand. I get it.
I used to be. It's funny because I used to want to be. When I listened to music and I was like feeling not good, I used to want to be like beat up. Like I used to want to feel worse through the music I was listening to.
Nah, I can't.
And now I'm kind of over that. Yeah.
I feel like that's a normal thing that a lot of people go through, though. I feel like when you're down, people want to listen to down music, or at least music that isn't like upbeat or anything like that. I feel like I'm totally the opposite. If I'm sad, it's like I don't want to feel worse, kind of thing.
Yeah, you are. You were normal. You weren't sad growing up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe at some points, but I wasn't listening to Trouble Will Find Me. I'll tell you that when I was sad.
I'll tell you what, you freak.
No, honestly, I feel like if you ask people, if you take 10 people, I think 9 out of 10 people would agree with you.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm just saying, people are sad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a pop culture. It's like a trope, someone's sad in a movie and they're just sitting in their room listening to sad music.
It's a trope. I'd like to hear it from Death Cab for Cutie again, because they are
Death Cab for Cutie. I haven't listened to them in a long time.
I know. Talk about being sad and in your feels. I mean, that was the era. If you wanted to be sad and in your feels, I feel like the 2010s were the era.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. Yeah.
So many good sad songs, but hey, we move on. We're Somebody Save Me. We're into a new era. We're on to something else. So yeah, that's so. Hopefully, we'll hear some of these songs on the radio, and then we'll maybe determine by the fall what was the most played on Spotify.
Right? Yeah, we'll see. I hope that they give like a number one. They're like, this is the song of the summer. I hope. We'll see.
Right. And my early bets, because based on your assessment, I agree with it, is probably Drake NOKIA.
Yep, I agree. I think he's back.
Drake is back. He's battling accusations. Actually, he hasn't said much of anything at all. So
no, he did. Really, no pushback. Oddly, but whatever.
I mean, if somebody said something about me, I'd probably try to defend myself. Well, whatever,
obviously. Oh man,
but never too late.
Yeah. Well, guys, let us know what you think the song of the summer is. Did you like this list? Do you have any favorites, or do you think it might be something else? Let us know in the comments below. And guys, we will see you in the next one.
Peace.